made a love connection.
Huh.
He's an audio engineer.
Also, like, the girls that hit on you would never hit on me. Because I'm not like, I don't want to sleep with
Everybody, welcome to Homemade God Studios presents. Tonight I present the band Jawfane.
Hey, fucking yo!
What's up, you guys? How y'all been?
Yeah.
Busy. Fuck chilling.
Busy. I could tell you changed people and everything since the last time I've had y'all on here. And I got to say this: I have seen the growth, and I have seen the changes, and it's fucking awesome. It is fucking awesome, guys. I love everything y'all have done. And even now, it's just so much, it's just beautiful. The sound is just set and amazing. Introduce yourselves to all the people that don't know you.
I am Jesse Marcus. I play keyboards.
Don't let him lie to you. That's Jesse Jawfane right there.
I'm Jesse Jawfane.
I'm your sleep-deprived bass player. My name's Chase. I do the bass, and they let me sing and scream sometimes.
Now that Root and Toot and Schumann and Maybelline Marquez have silenced themselves, I'm Corey and I play guitar. Sometimes record us.
I'm AJ and I play the drums. I'm Animal the Muppet over here.
He does other shit. He's about to start singing. Y'all know that shit.
Yeah.
There he is.
Y'all gonna make AJ sing at some point?
I got something to show you.
Like a fucking monkey with a cymbal. I guess you are the monkey with the cymbal. That's fucking
I'll have the
crazy.
whole setup going. I'll put the fez on.
That's nuts.
We'll get you like a Backstreet
I might
Boys,
have
like
a
headset
fez I
mic.
can let you borrow.
Yeah.
Who's that other guy at the end of the table?
Yeah, who's the other guy at the end of the table? Introduce yourself.
It's good. I'm Austin. Where am I looking? Am I supposed to be looking anywhere?
There's a camera right there, the one that's blue.
Everyone at home.
What's up? I'm Austin. I do vocals for Jawfane. They let me bark at people. That's
I love it.
Thank you, guys.
We all love it. And it's been amazing since you've been on there. I mean, I love what you all have done with everything.
Thank you, Johnny.
I really do. I mean, I've watched you all from the old days, and to see the Jesse on keyboards now. I've been waiting for that for what, 5 fucking years, I think?
Something like
Just
that.
over 4.
Yeah.
Just over 4. We'll go with 7 then. 7 fucking years. And it's been great. And then Austin, I love what you brought to the table. And AJ, you just tightened it up so much.
It really fucking
I love
does. So
I
grateful
love
to
it,
have found
guys.
him.
I just love it. The performance is probably going to be later on. What'd you say? In June?
Yeah,
July?
in June we're gonna drop it. There'll be some fun things on the session that if you missed the live on the Instagram, one is like 90% of the records there. There's one song we didn't play. Can't put everything in one place, but there's a couple songs that we played tonight that are 3 songs we played tonight that are not on the record that may be on something else, later. So yeah, June, Johnny will drop it, but there's a little bit on our Instagram right now.
Yeah,
Go
they're,
peep that shit.
the new video comes out Wednesday, right, for Cataclysm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir!
You're going to hear that on the performance episode later on, and trust me, I'm not editing that out. I don't edit that shit unless I really feel like it. Plus, the way Austin jumped around the whole stage, it's going to be hard to edit anything. He's looking at 2 different cameras. And
I'm so...
one.
Where the... Yeah.
Not now.
All right, so let me tell you something. I've been... Johnny, how long have I been practicing here?
Shit.
How long have I been doing this now?
like
Is it a year and a half
Is it
now?
a year and a half?
All right,
It'll be a year and a half in
Golly.
June. So
I've gotten to be a
4
part
months.
of Jawfane for like y'all's going on 4 years. I've gotten to be their vocalist for a year and a half now. Doesn't fucking matter, neither here nor there. Johnny lets me do gorilla shit here, and the fact that I haven't put a fucking hole through this man's floor
I'm
is
so
an
glad.
absolute fucking miracle. Because I'm 300 pounds.
Well, wait.
And this just lets me know I built it pretty damn
You
strong.
fucking did a
The
great
way
job,
he
Johnny.
stomps around the damn place, I'm amazed shit hasn't fallen
It's like
on us.
Godzilla's son.
And then I found AJ here recently from the depths of the
My underwear drawer.
My bet.
Never been in a band before.
No.
Plays drums.
Yes.
Hold on, real quick. Chase calls me. He says, I found him. I said, he found who? I found the drummer. No, you didn't. It's been like 2 days. Who we find? We found a guy who can play to a click, and he can play all the songs, and he's never been in a band before, and he doesn't really have a drum set, but like he's got to figure out. Okay, show him. Bring him to my house. Let's see how this actually goes. He wrecked it, man. He's wrecked every time he's ever shown up, dude.
brought over just the biggest electronic drum kit I've seen in a hot minute.
kit,
And then, except for maybe like 1 or 2 notes, plays Damaged Goods verbatim.
I could
Because
probably.
I bullied him into
It was
it.
like 5 days after.
Yeah, you played your first
Yeah.
show like on like I think like 10 days notice. Hashtag Johnny 2 sides of me Johnny.
Fucking love you, Johnny. That shit was hard. No Viagra.
No, what's so needed.
Yeah.
I never knew that story. I never knew he never played in a band before.
Yeah, that's true for Jesse. That's true for Jesse and for AJ. And Austin played one show before you joined Jawfane. One show before you joined Jawfane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, talking to the mic, they can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, I played like a handful of shows before. I'd say like maybe 3
Yeah, like-
shows max before I'd ever done anything, and they were still like more or less just like
And
Yeah.
whatever.
we've probably like in the room probably built more experience than we've ever individually and then collectively started with. We probably built more.
I've seen
experience,
it
you know?
grow. I
Yeah.
mean, from the
From
scene.
Me from the ground up, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, him
Like
from the
the-
ground up.
Yeah, but it helps when the ground you're on is good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
whole experience is
At,
learning.
at the
You're-
same
you're
time,
good at what you
he's
fucking do,
really
brother.
rocked it up and like he's stepped up to the plate and offered things.
Every
that,
time like we've thrown something to AJ, like he's fucking crushed it.
Yeah.
Like he's
Literally
been an
every time.
animal. Like we're so grateful.
I'm
Like
about
we're
to
genuinely
blush.
so grateful.
I'm
Dude,
blushing now.
you don't make me take you.
Get me,
Cares, man.
get me flustered over here.
Don't get all flustered.
But like, and that's the thing is like, is it's about how much you want to do it because I like to think that the band has set itself up so like you have a certain amount of creative space that is yours, if that makes sense. It's more about your job to work it and like to watch someone like, when someone tells you they're 23 and never been in a band and going to be your drummer of a band you've been rocking and rolling for 4 years, you get concerned. But like, it alleviated yourself pretty quickly, brother. Like you did a good job.
And for the ones that are wondering, no, we have not Jason Newstead his ass yet. Nor Austin.
No.
What did you say?
Jason Newstead, where they turn everything down in the mix so they can't hear you. But you guys are the drummer and the vocalist. They can probably do better without us on days.
Or leave them with the big old Waffle House bill.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh,
Oh my god, I fucking love Waffle House.
No.
All-star platter, baby.
I tell you, when you tried out though, Austin, we had a 10 minutes because no one ever tried out for the band before. So I was like, we should mess with him. What do you mean? I said we should tell him that the new guy has to bring a case of beer to practice for like the first like 3 months, and then just see how long he continues to do it.
Y'all didn't do that?
We didn't do it. We
What the
didn't
fuck?
because
too
Austin
nice.
didn't drink like not in the way that like I drank at the time. At
Yeah,
least.
fuck
I've
you.
definitely like pulled myself back since
That
then.
would have
But,
made it even better, though.
but yeah, we haven't ever we decided not to do that, so we didn't do it to AJ until we told him if he didn't buy a drum set he couldn't be in the band. Like that was that.
Yeah.
I'm a
in 2 days,
vocalist.
by
I
the
don't
way.
have much to
In 2
contribute.
days.
If you're a drummer, contribute. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking kidding. I'm just fucking kidding.
No, it's crazy. He showed out like literally every single time.
Since birth, AJ showed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that fucking dude.
He's the ultimate life form.
I grew him
Yeah.
from the ground. I am his father.
it's
That's
how to
great,
put
Jim.
this. It's nice to get a new set of ears on the band, if that makes sense. Because like AJ has, we won't count, but like about 5 probably songs that you had to like just live with, like from Jump Street for the EP. And there's a few that were so done that like you got to do the drum things, but you didn't tell us where the verse went.
Yeah.
It's like AJ came in and like not only did he have to play well, he had to play like to a structure well. Like it wasn't like he could just do what he wanted.
Yeah. Playing
Um,
to someone else's structure. It just started, I don't know, man. It just started to get repetitive at a certain point, and then once we start making new stuff and able to open it all up, it sounds
I think
fun to me.
honestly, like one of the best parts about like having AJ, I'm gonna be a little selfish for a second. Like, no, flat the fuck out. Like, one of the best parts of having you is like, it's all hip hop oriented shit. Like, my brain works on that. Like, and like AJ, it's not an argument. Like, it's not like fight. Like, you just naturally like are able to like put that out and like give what I need naturally to be able to write something to, and it's great.
Yeah.
He brings the balance.
Yeah, like you
Complete
honestly,
vibe.
yeah, like you literally fit the
complete
perfect.
vibe,
Yeah.
So what do you got for us, John? What kind of questions we're looking at tonight?
Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm so used to just going on and on.
Well, Johnny thinks
That
backstory.
that long backstory thing that we usually get is no longer here.
No, no.
We've been replaced with AJ. And AJ, first off, I gotta say, you learning the old songs like you have, you've made them better. Just what I've heard from the group before you got here, and then with you there, those older songs that they were working on just sound, and I'll honestly say, they just have more of a punch to them than they did.
thank you. I appreciate it.
For you playing someone else's drum beat and to me it sounded like your own to me,
Yeah.
and it gave it that punch it needed. That's how I felt about
I
it.
try to do
Not
that
to
every
put the
time.
other guy down, but
Yeah.
it was very well done, and I
I mean,
enjoy it.
But like that's the thing. Like, if he's gonna be like, if you're a part of this, like, make that shit your own.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he has.
Fucking
He
own.
very
Like,
much
done a
has.
great job.
really-
Like,
I think he's doing a great job, and Austin, the vocals you brought, the screaming, the yelling, the fucking hip hop rapping you've done. I've seen it grow, and it's so fucking great. I love it. I just really do. It's just a
Your
great vibe.
room records you better than me, and I'm annoyed by it.
thank you.
Yeah. We got a demo we've been passing around. Everybody said, "Man, the vocals sound so good." And I said, "I wish I could take credit for that." But the only thing I did different was we recorded in a different spot. We recorded in your
Yeah.
closet, like in that space you made.
Really?
Yeah, all the rages, all that's from your house.
As long as you
Like,
leave that door open.
yeah, as long as you leave the door
It's
open.
like it's an amazing like acoustic spot.
Yeah,
dude.
it sounds. I have other than no secrets. I don't produce our songs anymore. But like, I ran a de-esser and a limiter, and I didn't have to do much else. It was kind of cool. And I have to like EQ the hell out of it to make it sit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're talking about like how.
How your voice fits our band really well from a natural point of view, but I also
Yeah,
like
no,
what
it's
the recording
fucking
sound
great. And then like the best part is like I know nothing musically. Like I know nothing. Like I see stick with strings and fucking skin like fucking shapes. Like I don't fucking know, dog.
The classically
and you bang
trained
on that
people
shit.
are-
And like I know, like I love what you do because it gives me Batman
Hey, real quick,
sounds.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. On classically trained stuff, Austin, not at all.
No.
Chase, like I
We're
would call,
getting there.
I would
We're
call it
getting
street trained. Like he didn't go to school, but he's hung out with dudes who went to school long enough, right? Jesse's probably started his journey, but like Jesse's probably more of a less of I'm gonna listen to Corey do it, and more of I'm gonna go on YouTube and learn it myself, guy.
Although, real quick,
And AJ's the only guy in the band that's ever been in the band to correct me over what it was supposed to be from a time signature point of view. Because I like mixed meter, but apparently you could just make everything 7/4 with enough effort.
All the time in the world.
Although I will
I have no
say,
idea what
Sit there
this
and lose your mind.
I am very proud of this man here for finally getting into 9 Inch Nails.
Oh my God. Why did you out me like that?
Who wasn't into 9 Inch Nails?
Okay,
You?
look. I do
wanna
listen to Nine Inch Nails.
like
Ow. Double finger point.
Double finger point. I've gotten past the point where like it was the major hits, like he wasn't paying off debt, and then he was like, oh shit, I'm broke. But I'm also Trent Reznor, and I can do whatever I want now. It's like once you get past that album where he's terrified of George Bush, he just starts doing whatever he wants, like these crazy instrumentals. You can tell he really started like doing film scores and stuff and getting paid.
Maybe it was the first film score that got him to
I forgot.
not be scared.
I forgot what it was.
The
I
Crow?
know. Was it The
was-
Crow?
I'm pretty
No,
sure
it wasn't the Crow.
No, he did
No,
the
he-
soundtrack for like Quake and stuff,
He
but
did
that
the
was like in the
sound-
90s.
No, he
Yeah,
was
and then
like
him
one
and
of the
Atticus Ross have
producers
done a
for
lot
Crow.
together.
He was the music
That was like in
producer.
2008.
It was a David
something?
Burns
2010?
film.
One second.
Y'all like 2 Chainz?
Hey, hey guys,
pretty
have you
cool.
ever seen like Queen of the Dam? Or not Queen of the Dam's a bad one.
Queen of the Damn shaped my
Atticus Ross,
sexuality.
and 9 Inch Nails do a lot of soundtracks.
Yes.
All right, just in case you
They're
didn't know
doing
that.
Tron. Oh yeah, here's your free ad, Disney. Tron Ares, I think.
Eras?
Eras?
Are we allowed to even talk about Disney without paying?
I don't know.
I will. I don't talk about
That's
this
enough of
shit.
that.
Shuttlemania.
Shuttle me.
When is
Mania.
this gonna? When is this gonna?
It's live right now.
This
This is live right now.
Do it now.
Right.
Do it
Oh! All right, hey
just
yo,
realized
hey fucking yo, hey fucking yo, April 26th, Shuttle fucking Mania, Jawfane coming from the top rope, cheeks out at your mom's house. Just kidding. It's at the fucking Vinyl Lounge in Nashville, Tennessee. And if you ain't showing out, then get the fuck out.
All right,
I'm
hold
just
on.
kidding. We
Hold
open
on.
that shit.
For the people,
If you're not
hold
here,
on.
get the fuck out.
For the people who are watching, I will say this:
Say
if
something.
we can get 10 plus people there for Jawfane,
Please.
He means
I
10,000.
will
Cool it in a mysterious
will.
way.
I'm talking.
put black lipstick on and I will kiss that man on the forehead.
That's
That's awesome.
crazy.
Savannah, I will do it, but
I
it's,
support this.
But
I don't care if y'all
you
do.
you
Only one
understand
way to
my
find out.
reasons.
Okay.
And also, like, hey, real cool, like, we can talk about somebody else's
Whatever.
band for a minute. And also, correct me on this pronunciation, but Aphonia's got their EP come out,
Hey,
right?
there's a really fucking sick band that's
Yeah,
on this
okay.
roster. I mean, every band on this bitch is sick, but at Shuttlemania, the dudes in Aphonia are releasing their EP at this show, and they also just released 2 songs called Severance and Vanity, and holy shit, the vocals on those are so fucking demonic. Please go peep them. Show them some love, but Hard Reset, Discoveries, Ritual Killer, So Calm,
Infurious.
East of Eden, Infurious, fucking Bare Your Teeth. Amphonia. If I forgot somebody, I'm sorry.
We love all of it. Be there, Cody.
Us, Jawfane.
Cody and Pierce
We
have done
open
an
at
incredible
4.
job.
Stretchers will be
And what are the
provided.
dates again?
April 26th. Next Saturday.
Be there.
Tickets online
Please.
now.
Tickets are online. It is Shuttlemania. Isn't WrestleMania today?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think
Mondays.
All right, much like WrestleMania, I will fucking RKO you if you don't show up. Please, Shuttlemania at the Vinyl Lounge, April 26th. Go get your fucking tickets.
It's
Unless you want to be in a viral RKO video of Austin. Then sign up for that, because I'll film it.
But
There's a
also,
lot
I'm
of
signing
you.
up for that 'cause I
Austin,
gotta
real
work
quick.
that
I have to
fucking
practice.
Austin, real quick. They can find tickets on the Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook.
so you can go on
Shuttle City
our
booking.
Instagram, you can go on our Facebook, and you can go on the event page for Shuttlemania, and you can get your tickets there. You buy them before the event. What are they? $18.29 with like taxes and fees included. So go get your fucking tickets. Let us bark at you, and come listen to some sick fucking bands.
And if you didn't know, that's way cheaper than $20.
That's way cheaper than $20.
$20 cheaper. There's
Well,
no
I don't know.
tariff
They
on
might need that extra like
it. There's no tariff on them
$1.80.
at all?
No,
No,
not
in
at
fact,
all.
in fact,
no
Pierce
tariffs.
says we get tariffed if we don't load out in 10 minutes flat, so time us. Love y'all. All right, Johnny, where we headed? Where we headed on this journey tonight?
So, you got Shuttlemania coming out. This EP I've been hearing about for 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? We've only done this for like a year and a
So
half.
the EP he's talking about is Me and All My Demons. It'll be out in June. We'll hit you with a date, but it'll be out in June. It's kind of like Austin, I'm gonna let you finish this run, so like get ready. But Austin joined the band in the middle of a thought and was like, "Yo, so you got it all wrong." And then we added a whole bunch of Austin, and what did we cook up, bro? What did we cook up? Tell me about it.
Fucking heat. With the lighter! Alright. No, this shit is, yeah, it's called Me and All My Demons. I mean, I might as well touch on the title track, Me and All My Demons. It's on some Resident Evil type shit. You know, lyrics are plain and simple there. But, one thing that, like, we really took pride in ourselves on this EP was, making sure, like, we wrote aggressive fucking music for loving people. And like that's something that like that's what we do. Like we write angry music for loving people because, you know, like not everybody that listens to metal like wants to be angry all the time. Like nobody wants to be angry all the time, but we want to write at least enough emotional shit to know you can be angry right there, but it's gonna get better. So it always gets better. But yeah, no, I got Like we got Damaged Goods. We have a
Damaged Goods hanging out.
We have a redone Damaged Goods coming out on there, and it's done the way I finally fucking imagined.
Absolutely.
And
one thing that's kind of cool is that Johnny's been like the guy who breaks our ties since we've only had 4 or 5 of us, but everybody in the band currently is on the record vocally, which is really a cool thing to
Which
shout out.
can
I can't
I?
wait to hear that.
Yeah, everybody
that's
in the
awesome.
band is on the record vocally. Even AJ.
AJ is on the record.
Yeah,
Especially
he showed up at the
AJ.
finish line. We had to hand him the script. We had to talk about it in a minute, but AJ is on the record vocally. And if you find it, I'll give you a shirt. If you find where AJ is vocally on the record, I'll hand you one myself.
Yeah,
I'll Venmo Austin.
And I do want to say, I do want to say that I am very appreciative of the opportunity that these boys gave me and that our label, which we will touch on later,
Absolutely.
gave me for how much creative freedom I had to do with my stuff vocally. And I can't thank you guys enough for letting me branch out.
In a moment of what I would call the show must go on, we lost a dude. He left for good reasons. It's cool. I hope he's better for where he went. But it kind of put us in a bind where we didn't know how vocally the record would be structured because like part of being in Jawfane is part of being a vocalist of Jawfane. So it was cool to watch Chase step up and watch Gordon from EXSR, like him, and work out the parts that we did have question marks on that came out really good. And to like kind of like let the songs like be reborn one more time, if you will, because we did get a lot of freedom. Like the label for like all the evil labels can be some days. We get an exceptional amount of creative freedom. In fact, I'm not sure that we can be told no. But I'm not sure that we could be if we force the issue. But we do get awesome advice. We take songwriting advice and blah blah blah. But to watch Austin and Chase and Jesse and myself like go and into the room and like really be able to express ourselves in the way we've always wanted to was a really like enlightening experience that we're going to elaborate on a shit ton as we go through the next few songs.
Nah, for real. Like especially like I got to fucking record. We have one that's coming out. Also, we have another single coming out before June, right after Cataclysm. Do we touch on that one or just leave it alone?
You can talk about whatever you want.
All right, yeah, fuck it. Time Hunts Us All is a song that you definitely will hear later on in the performance. But Time Hunts Us All is a song that we all do vocals on pretty heavily. And, like cleans are something I've always wanted to do, and I finally got to do cleans on something. And they sound fucking pretty as shit, dog. Like,
yeah, Gordon and I'm gonna say Jason Fisher mastered it, but Gordon Dame and Jordan Fisher mastered it, and I don't think that they could have done a better job given the tools we had in front of us at the time. Like, they didn't sign us because we make a bunch of money. They believed in our cause and what we do, and then they injected a whole lot of time and effort into it. And like now, like guys, like today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, and then a few days after that, it'll be Wednesday, and you guys can hear what that work looks like because we're not rich guys. Like, I know when I say this, some of you will judge me, but I will say it anyway. I'm from Lebanon. So, like, I've never been rich. It's never been a thing. So to go in and have people believe in what you create as opposed to, like, what you can finance is a really stellar moment to have in your artistic journey.
That's a great fucking way to be right there. That just
Yeah.
makes so much sense. That gives you all freedom.
Yeah.
no, we're very fortunate.
Yes.
That is some great thought right there. Because I was going to ask, how's the label treating you? And it seems like the label is treating you pretty damn good.
No, we're very fortunate to
Very
have.
fortunate.
I mean, especially like when it comes from like the stuff that you guys put out before I even came in, and to the stuff like we're putting on the EP, and to the stuff now, like the label hears it, and like they're just like, okay, fucking checks out, that works, and you know what? If it doesn't work, we'll find a way to make it work.
I mean, I've
And
heard
they're
it
great. They're
develop.
great about that, and they're so like wonderful with the advice they give. And I mean, like, we're artists. We're a bunch of fucking babies. You know the way it is, and they manage it so well.
Once a month.
Fair.
The
That's
worst.
fair.
The worst.
Oh, and-
Crying.
Yeah, like, and to be honest, like, it's been a journey because, like, most bands that enter what I would call a true contractual relationship with a label typically have, like, a professional manager and, like, some sort of booking reinforcement and other guys you can, like, vet it against, I guess, I don't know. But they understood, like, that. And so, like, I would say Gordon goes a step beyond, like, your traditional, like, I'm going to mix your songs and produce your records kind of thing. Like, he gives, like, some what I would call sound advice for like how like the business actually is versus like maybe the perspective the business gives us because we're the artists. Like we think it go A, but really it's like G and F and G, bro. Like it's totally different than you think it is. And like the learning side of it has been a lot of fun. So that you could be helpful because like they're not a giant label. They're 3 dudes. So if you think like if what they're doing is cool, trust me when I say wait, the 3 dudes can make a lot happen.
Yeah.
Like,
It makes sense. I don't see why they can't. I don't see why you need a label with 50 fucking people in it.
absolutely. But no, the EP is super cool. I'm really proud of the like the way the vocals came out, especially. It was really cool to get to do some cool guitar things. I really had to go Mr. Miyagi on a few things there.
I think he just waxed off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's all he did was wax off.
Absolutely.
I know Jesse was waxing off almost every studio session.
Just on.
Absolutely, and I'm proud of where the band has found itself because there's a lot of points along the way we could have like I don't know gave up or like found something else to do.
That's lame.
Yeah, absolutely. So like it's cool to like to not only like continue the journey but like find new people who like have a new fresh energy like. Bruh, AJ show up like, here's a PA system and I got a drum set and now you have no excuses for sounding awesome. Austin show up and go, so I'm going to make sure we never look bad ever again. And like with those moves comes a certain amount of friction because like you have to change. So like we were willing, the 3 of us were willing to change to what the 2 of them brought. Now that we got something really cool in front of us, even if it's not what we thought we were going to build and we all got started together. I really enjoyed the demos we've created lately, especially since AJ's been around because it's nice to hear AJ's perspective on how a Jawfane song should go. Remember that? How a Jawfane song should go. We sat and listened.
Mine a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we sitting there listening to the demo pieces the boys had sent over, like, you know, this, that, or the other, and I was like, is this a Jawfane piece? And he said, it could be. I said, what do you mean? It's drums this, drums that. And I said, I'm the guitar player, drums, whatever. So, you know, it's cool to like have somebody come in and like go, I got that. Like, you know, I can make it what it needs to be, even though it might not be what it is on its own. Like, because that's the hard part of this is when we got back to the label a bit, when we got the label for a minute, we went into less of a we have to do everything all the time mode and more of, okay, Austin's going to handle social media, Chase and me are going to handle the majority of the source point writing, and Jesse and AJ are going to show up and tell us when we're wrong more often than we're right. Like, that's generally how it goes. Like,
we're the filter.
yeah, absolutely. Like, it's like, that's like, hey, I'll show AJ a riff, and I'm like, this is a sweet metalcore riff, and he's like, not enough. And then we'll write a verse, and Jesse will be like, bro, where's the keyboard go? And if I'm not supposed to be here, well, you know what I mean? Like, he'll ask questions that are pointed. And like, that makes us arrange the songs in a way that gives space for everybody, and learning to give room is kind of a trick sometimes.
Well, it's great.
In places like, oh, sorry. Go
Sorry,
on.
it's great to see Jesse grow as a keyboard player, because at first I didn't think he could even fucking play. Honestly, I heard rumors, and oh, he's playing the keyboards on this, and I was like, yeah, I didn't believe him. Actually, seeing him do it, and to see him sing too. Jesse, it's been amazing to see you grow.
Johnny, if I may interrupt for a second, because I'm gonna tag on to this. First of all, I'm so also like, let me go back to Chase, like on vocals, like very proud of you for like all the things that you've done. We're very proud for how much you grow.
I've seen him grow too.
But no, Jesse, I remember the first time that like Savannah met you and everything, and then she was like, "What the fuck does Jesse do?"
Yeah, that was.
She was like,
Jesse has sat at this table with the band on every interview they've
and
been
now
a
I'm
part
just like,
of.
Jesse crushes the fucking keyboards,
Yes.
motherfucker.
Crushes the fuck out of them.
He went from flamingo.
Let me back up a bit. So like, let's start at the beginning of Jesse's journey. So like, we do apparition. We do what becomes apparition.
No, we gotta go back further than
A
that.
Pink Flamingo
He
guy.
is Flamingo Man.
We could do that, but Jesse finds his finagles his way
beer?
into practice. But we do apparition, and we go into what we do. You're cool, you're cool. Hey, grab me one if you would as well.
Okay.
But we go into 2022, and I'm at work, and it's nighttime. I work night shift at the time, and I'm the manager. And I was like, Jesse has to be a member of our band. And there's just a thought that ran through my head, and it wasn't that he needed to play an instrument or that he needed a specific chore, but Jesse, up to that point, before he's ever a member of our band, he was in the promos, I guess, but like we never said it out loud.
He was just your photographer at one point.
Jesse hung out with me every single extra session I ever had in the studio to mix the first 3 singles.
Yeah.
Like every single one. Volume automation, me and Jesse learned it together. So now when I open up production stuff, when I open up production stuff, like Jesse knows what he's looking at, even if like maybe keyboard's new. Like he's not new to like the job in hand. He's new to the notes in front of him.
Yeah.
But like that's been the coolest part is to watch him go from like assistant producer to actual producer to like, hey, I play in the band.
So, like, also recording my vocals on All the Rage.
Yeah, he recorded the vocals that we got for a few of our demos. Like Jesse went from the dude who stood in the front row at another band shows that we all played in. So like a member of our band, he watched him go through it. Like Jawfane and I would like to think and tries to invest in people who are wanting to invest in it.
Yeah.
Like Jesse's in Amber Tokens. He wasn't even a member when we filmed it. I don't think. Like
I always, to me personally, I always envisioned Amber Tokens as the initiation of Jesse being in Jawfane.
that's a good way. That's a good way to put that.
Very sweet.
I like Austin's because I don't think he knew it was coming because he brought his wife with him. He brought sweet old Savannah to our Christmas party because I didn't think he knew it was going to happen when he got there.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. All right, let me be real about something real quick. I was like, yo, I already know I'm gonna be their vocalist. Like, I'm gonna sound so fucking arrogant.
No, do it. You've been over your head.
We love it.
I'm gonna be real about some shit. A lot of the stuff we write about is mental health based. Because I struggle very badly with mental health. I have borderline personality disorder. A lot of us struggle badly with mental health. I'm not going to touch on everybody else's shit because that's them. But one of the problems I have is I sometimes have a little bit of a God complex. I went in for my audition, and I was having a little bit of a God complex episode like that little time period.
Put me in, coach.
And I literally, that's when I say put me in, coach. Yeah, that's where the God complex hits. Because I have like an overabundance of confidence. And I walked away. I was like, I'm going to ask them. But I killed that shit. There ain't no fucking way I'm not there. And then, like, I was like, when you guys invited me, I was like, oh my god, that's so nice. I'm so grateful. But I was like, hey babe, I'm the fucking vocalist.
Yeah, the fun part of that day is
Watch
like,
this shit.
and not to sell anyone else short, but the gentleman who tried out before Austin, like by before, I mean,
So
like,
talented.
so talented. Like 2 hours before Austin heard his demo tape, and it was incredible. He played over piece we don't use a whole lot anymore. But he comes in and he can sing better than any of us except for maybe AJ. Hashtag AJ. And it was a little annoying, but like the vibe wasn't there. And annoying only because like, I wish I could sing that well. He shows up, he does it, and the vibe's just not there. But Austin walks in, and like all of us, even now, like we all love like the anime thing. And he shows up head to toe in one piece gear.
I'm not in a one piece.
Well,
Flashback to Samantha Knight.
Yeah, absolutely. Flashback.
But the show One Piece.
The show One Piece. All right, continue.
Down merchandise.
But before he ever did it,
Hat, pants,
Absolute
cup.
No, I didn't have a hat. I just had a hoodie. And I just had that big ass cup.
That cup,
But my
but-
hoodie was crazy.
but before he ever like screamed or sang or did his audition piece as he intended to do, and to be honest, we didn't use any of it. We might though. Knuckles. We might though.
We about to
We
do
might
that shit
though.
for real.
So we get in there and we do his bit. We don't use any of it first. And he goes to do Time on Time. What it was Austin's acceptance that like, hey, I just want to be a part of something bigger than us. And a few times along the way in Jawfane, we've played that game of like, it doesn't fucking matter. We're going to do this because we want to be a part of something bigger than us. Because like anybody who's been in a band for 4 years with roughly the same guys, or like Austin's been here for a year, so I'm not gonna pretend like he's new. It takes a certain amount of I'm gonna get up in the morning and do this anyway.
Yeah.
So let's talk about AJ now. Let's do that since he's also new.
Wonderful.
All right, AJ wrecks his tryout on the MIDI kit. He shows up. I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Was the process for Austin took weeks. And it was it wasn't a lot of debate. It was more how do we tell him and this, that, and the other. But it took weeks. AJ shows up with his actual kit in front of Jesse's garage with no PA system, and Austin signs off on this in I think 42 minutes and a half seconds.
I don't know what it was. I don't remember what it was about you, but I'm a fuck. Again with the BPD, I be stalking. But I stalked the fuck out of this kid. Like I went balls deep. So much to the fact of flashback to his father's balls when he was still swimming around in there. No, but like I saw it and I was like, okay, I know this kid can sing. And then, like, I saw, like, a little snippet of you playing drums, and then they sent me that video of you playing drums, and I was like, yeah, he's in, we need him. And it wasn't like we were desperate, because we had two other people. We had two other people, and one of them was fucking asinine, like, just so fucking good.
He don't know that, by the way. AJ doesn't know about anybody else trying out.
Oh, yeah, no, dude, this kid was so fucking insane. But AJ was, like... One, you had 23. Two, you were fucking you were just good. 3, you were willing to just dump your money into a fucking kit day 1, which showed you had drive. And then, like, after that, like, you just look cool and you could sing, which at the end of the day, like, I might be the fucking vocalist, but my favorite part about this thing is I don't have to do it alone. Like, I don't have to do it alone. It's just me, because let's be real, like, metalcore with just one vocalist, like, no matter my range, like, it can get boring after a while. But, like, that was an awesome addition about AJ, and, like, he's just been, I'm very grateful, like, especially after we lost our last drummer.
No band's allowed to get lucky twice, but us apparently.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Like
No,
I don't know.
No, if we're gonna say that, then we're gonna have to explain the world what the Jawfane curse is.
Chase will be single forever.
No, well, no, that's the crowd.
That's
fucked.
Hey,
John-
right now, this is Chase. He is not doing a white face. He is.
Give him some love.
It's just makeup.
Give him some
Doesn't
love.
matter. He is 29. He is young.
Almost 30.
He is extremely fertile.
He's not 29. He's almost 30.
He's almost 30.
Thanks, guys.
The grown man.
He's got a big heart.
Thanks.
He's a good soul. I love him. He's great at. He's the best bass player in Jawfane.
Fuck out of here! Shut up! Shut your dirty mouth!
I have to say the same thing. Get the fuck out of here.
But he's single.
He's single now.
Show him some
He's
love.
looking for a cougar.
Johnny, what am I doing?
Grab any of them.
I will.
Yeah, if you are
Surprise
of
me.
the age of 45 and up, and
Oh yeah, let's
woman.
try that one.
and
That's
you
new.
possibly, let me get the titty. And you possibly want to pay for Chase's finances. Yeah,
He will definitely take a cougar.
he'll take a cougar.
I will preface that
He's
I
out.
did not ask him to say any of this. And two, for legal reasons, some of these are jokes.
Do I need to do a band shot?
What's a joke?
How bad is it?
So,
What
real
does that
quick,
mean?
I will say while they're figuring all of this out, so all of these nice, beautiful things that we've been talking about AJ and whatnot, I will say the real reason why AJ is in this band is because he's my friend and I bullied him into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I
I-
shit you not.
I literally the day that our other drummer gave us the news, and there, like Austin, I also have mental stuff and really bad anxiety, so I started freaking out, and I was all like, I know the right man, I know
I remember where I was exactly.
and then I
and
sent
what I was doing.
and then I sent you a text that like didn't explain anything at all.
Yeah. It was a first text of like about 3 sentences, and you were like, "We'll talk later," and then like 4 days happened and nothing.
Well, honestly, like,
Said later, bro.
The scariest fucking thing about it was, and like, the big reason like I chose you was because like I was scared, like I'm not doing this shit to play like dumb fucking local like shit if I can't grow. Like
Although you
I
do
can
have
go
to go
do that
through
shit, whatever down the road. But the thing is like, are you gonna stay? Like, are you gonna be here like when shit's like hard? And like literally when you fucking bought the kit, I was like, you don't do that.
Every
unless-
seed goes through the dirt, man.
Yeah, like you don't fucking do that unless you're willing to grow and deal with
And
us.
fuck yeah, I was
And that meant the world.
to commit.
After my
And then,
wisdom.
4 days, like,
Yeah.
4 days had passed of straight silence,
Well, I was.
and it was.
Well, we had to get through that one show with Johnny. Which, so proud of Johnny because if he was not the person struggling the hardest on that stage, then I definitely was because
Are we talking
I
about
had
Johnny from
to.
Two Sides of Me?
Yeah, I'm talking about that show.
Fucking.
So he's a
kiss you
beautiful,
on the
beautiful
fucking
boy.
mouth.
100%.
He's a beautiful,
also,
beautiful
thank you
boy.
for that.
So if Johnny wasn't having the hardest time on stage, then I
Not me.
certainly was because I was both directing Johnny on where like parts of songs were. I was trying to figure out all of the new singing parts I had just acquired a week earlier, and then also trying to play the
But
bass on top of
Can we also like talk on something real quick about like how the fact that like we had one of the main acts and we had a touring band help the little guy out
Dude,
for a second.
Johnny shows up same
Like
day.
not even just about like
Same.
Johnny, like when I like asked him in this panic, like he really fucking showed out for us. But it's literally more or less like somebody from a bigger band like took the time, like while they're on tour, fucking tired, like you took the time to help us, and like that shows like helping the little guy is so important because like in my brain, like I'm fucking forever indebted to the guys in Two Sides of Me for
It feels
that.
like somebody did something for us that we would have trouble repeating
like,
for them.
because at the end of the day, your drummer is like one of the biggest fucking pieces to your band, and the fact that like he played our whole set, because I don't know if our set's easy or not. I'm not a technical guy.
We only practiced for 3 hours
But
with the guys.
Not
He
even
played
3
our
hours,
whole
like
set, and then
2
went and
hours
played his
45.
live set, which was, dude, come on, man, like
Hey,
incredible.
By
Hey,
hour,
if-
like hour 20, he
Did y'all
had
drink
it.
Did y'all drink it?
Not even-
Nuts.
Hey,
Who's this
long live Homemade God Studios. Long
Homemade
live
God Studios,
Jawfane. Long live
thank
the EXSR. Love y'all.
Hey.
Thank you.
This ain't over, but that's gonna take shots.
That's delicious.
That was delicious.
That's beautiful.
That's the hell was that?
What was that?
Wrong pipe.
He's cool. He's cool.
Paper good.
That tastes like fucking nutsack.
Oh, that's nice.
That's beautiful.
Everyone complimenting.
Wrong down.
We love.
Everyone loved it, but he had
All the core is that.
So Johnny's been to the Mayhem House, hashtag Atlanta. So Johnny, so the first time we go to Atlanta with Austin, we find the magic bottle of liquor.
the magic bottle of liquor.
The magic bottle of
I
liquor.
found a bottle. All right, so here's the thing. I don't drink, guys.
Total paper gut.
I definitely don't fucking drink dark liquor.
Yeah.
Because he's a
Tell him what you did drink. Tell him what you told us to drink.
But
yeah.
like, I will, like, if we play a show or we're about to do something, like, these guys always, like, it's like the one thing I can do to get a little closer to them.
You picked a bottle up
take
off the
care of it.
ground and gave it to us.
I drank it first! I took the hit!
See?
God damn it! Alright, so we played Mayhem House.
Oh my God.
Shout out Mayhem House, Roswell, Georgia.
Roswell, Georgia.
Roswell,
Thank you
Georgia.
so much. But yeah, no, we were outside at Gallivan and Frolic and fuck.
You got this.
We were outside and I looked to my side and I'm like, oh my God, there's a half a bottle of liquor right there.
Jim Beam, bro.
It was on the ground. Yeah, it was Jim Beam.
It was a
And I was
bottle of Jim
like,
Beam.
that's fucking insane. So I picked it up and I was like, you know what? I never drink with these guys. This is a sign from the creator. The fucking creator. This is a sign from the creator, and I was like, all right, it's about that fucking time. So I walked out to the boys and I was like, hey guys, I just found this bottle. We're about to drink this. And so I opened it and I took the first swig and I was like, here marks the first show shot I drink with you guys. And since then, every time we've played a show together, I have taken at least one shot with him.
Absolutely.
And cough like that after.
Absolutely.
I don't cough like that every fucking time. That shit was gross, sweet, and went down the wrong pipe.
This guy
pretty
has
good.
no reason to talk. I've seen this man hit my vape and just die.
Whatever.
Remember when we were trying to create
Right.
fog for the photo shoot and I made you?
Yeah,
that's
great.
You guys
The
were
head rush
dizzy.
was for real, man.
Both you and I, we're just.
Oh man.
You guys were like, hold on, I need to crouch. I was like, alright, sorry.
Y'all were using vapes to make the fog, weren't you? God damn it.
We're Jawfane. Everything's DIY and low budget.
I understand that.
Except our label, thank you.
This is Jawfane, you got $1.
Let me hold it. This is Jawfane, let me hold it.
Check our Patreon now.
But you guys, I appreciate y'all so much. You've done so much for me, just coming here and rehearsing, giving me the ability to learn what I know and do what I do, and it's just great having you guys here all the time.
We
and
wouldn't be
seeing
the
you
band.
grow.
Yeah, we wouldn't be the band we are.
Bro, you're that fucking dude.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah,
Like, you're the fucking, like,
You are that guy.
there's not a lot of people like I can go, like, alright, first of all, look at him. Look at that man.
Hey.
Alright, he's as tall as I am
Hey,
wide.
real talk, real talk. If we can be honest with you, every fight we've ever had that we couldn't solve ourselves,
We have here.
every live practice we've ever had that moved the needle further than what we could without a PA system. Because Jesse's definitely took some hits in the live practice, probably before Johnny. But all I get at is that like if you want to make music and like you feel like you got nowhere to place it at, you were wrong. It's crazy. I went to the fucking gas station today, and the guy's like, "What are you doing tonight?" Because I'm dressed like I am, and generally I don't put on the chain and all that when I go to my little Circle K down the road. He's like, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "I'm going to Homemade God Studios to play a show." What's that? And I explained to us that sounds super cool. I said I'm gonna stop by one day, and that's something we should try a little harder at. Is appreciate the little things we have, y'all. Because this doesn't have to exist.
Yeah, and the fact that like Johnny, like is constantly like he'll move schedules around anything like just to make us happy or like just to fit us fucking in. You know, it says a lot about your character and like who you are and like what you're willing to do for the people that just want to make music.
We won't dive Johnny's bullshit without Johnny, but all I gotta say is if you think Johnny ain't trying hard to keep his head above water too, you'd be wrong.
Like Johnny, like look at him, like, and he built this shed, a humble young carpenter. He's a fucking neighborhood. He's local Jesus. He's local music Jesus.
No, it's
Local music Jesus.
To wash the feet of these young bucks.
I haven't washed nobody's feet.
Okay, but
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, Johnny's committing servitude to the community in a very selfless way.
No, and like another thing is like if for those who may think of whatever of Johnny, all I gotta say is Johnny's never done me wrong, and every time I've ever needed Johnny to do something that I couldn't repay, he's done it without asking.
And I would say it's a wild experience seeing Johnny at 5 in the morning at a random gas station.
Yeah, where the fucker parks in front of the pump, and he's not even getting gas.
Does that make you a bad person?
This is why Lebanon can't have nice things.
Yeah, that's why Lebanon don't have nice things.
This is why Lebanon
It's
can't have
in
nice
the
things.
in the parking spot, it's even closer.
So Austin,
Suck me from the back.
Austin,
Austin.
You gotta show it off.
Oh wait, we're live. I'm
Shit.
sorry.
Alright, yeah, you're right.
That's
But
how
no,
I
it-
recognized you.
Yeah.
it all started here in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Did it all start here?
Well, I mean, like we started in my. So what's kind of
Yeah.
funny is the studio I use now is in the dining room.
Yeah, I've been there.
But it's the dining room that we all sat in a circle around the four of us the first time and like, okay, we're gonna fucking do this. And now it's where we record all our songs.
Yep, or here,
It's also where we
where you
recorded.
do your live practices.
But to be honest, like if we're gonna dive like how like if you're curious about how our band works, I guess. That dude down there about past AJ, Austin, he injected a certain amount of life when I thought our band was gonna die. And then AJ came in and showed us how, and I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but AJ came in and showed us how drummers supposed to work. Like,
AJ showed us what a
like,
working.
I ain't trying to be
kid is
evil,
all
like
the time.
it's not like that. It's more of like, bro, like when you like tell me like he's gonna rewrite the track in an afternoon and then sends me a perfect MIDI file with the MIDI map to go with it, and like he didn't have to like it. You know what I mean? Like okay, this is how this was supposed to work, I guess, because like
After an 8-hour shift.
Yeah,
or
look-
possibly longer depending on the
yeah,
day.
that's another thing too is
This
like,
man works his fucking nuts off, dude. Like this man works so fucking much.
A lot of people thought, guys, that we got some giant check when we got signed. I guess.
Even I know y'all.
Alright, so let me
I don't think anybody.
Well, let me back you up to two things. One is Jason Fisher, the president of EXSR, has a great interview with Metal Devastation where he explains how that's not a thing, and he just did one with Matt Miller. He's a new guy out of the West Coast, new to me, maybe not new to the world, but like new to me. That's a great place to get some insight on that. So please don't think that like we've got like a bunch of money to like fund this kind of thing. We've really got to just try hard. Austin probably bought $500 worth of photography tools between here and just this past year. And I'm sorry to count it for you. No, I'm evil.
All right, motherfuckers. Disrespectful. I've acquired $2,500 worth of lenses this year, and then $500 in just the last couple of months alone.
And you guys are still giving him shirts for photography.
I work really hard for your guys' fucking pictures. And I just want you to work with me. So yeah, I'm working for fucking shirts right now. Doesn't matter. Either way,
Hey, you've gotten some dope ass shirts though.
I've got
Show them.
Oh!
God, I do.
All right.
The poop pie.
I know my cheeks are clenched right now. Look at that. That's crazy.
Got the best view of the
Automized Berry, catfishing, but not me. But yeah, we fucking love them. Heavy as fuck. Yo! Shout out to fucking Automized Berry. They are signed to the same label we are, and they just released a single called Debt of Silence. That is holy dicks,
I heard
bro.
it the other day. and was
Holy
like,
shit.
They have been here once. I would love to have them again.
Fucking
They're just
Dead of
so
Silence
fucking
made me
busy.
so scared I had to check my bank account to make sure I was in
They didn't get you. Don't take a seat, bro. But no, Dead sounds fucking excellent. They are with us. It's on the same label as us, and hashtag Perry because like, brother, I love you.
I
Thank
do
you.
too.
You're my shot, Chris.
Wait, what was I
Oh,
saying
I
before
mean,
that?
there's nobody else here.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
So Johnny, what do you got for the record? What do you want to know about it?
I'm not here. Shit. You have the EP coming out in June. Anything else coming out later? Y'all working on a...
Working on
Not
stuff for later.
allegations.
It kind of can't talk about a whole lot there, but there is like things happening afterward. How to put this? So like we've got a bunch of singles and we've got a whole bunch of EP. Hopefully coming soon. Right? I think it's coming soon, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
EP
Cool.
coming
Cool.
out.
Make sure.
I mean, like, sorry.
But like if you wonder what we could do next and you're curious about it, like just understand it's gonna take a second. I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that, but at the same time, like we're gonna double down and go for broke. So like that's all I can give you.
That's awesome.
Essentially, like, we've had nothing out since Damaged Goods in, what, a year?
Be a year in June, almost 10 months. Be 10 months.
Almost 10 months in June. And the thing about that is, you guys got nothing to fucking listen to. None of that new shit to listen to. You guys got one fucking
So
song.
negative about it.
Crazy. And the fact that you don't even have the good version of that song anymore is fucking
The besterest
asinine.
version of the song.
Yeah, like, fuck, yeah, no, it's
I
so...
haven't even heard it.
Johnny, it's fucking insane,
No, and
dude.
the other cool thing is we didn't show anyone.
Yeah, no, that's the best part. Like, we didn't, like, we're like, no, leave that one off, like, everything. And, like,
You don't live in the house. That's the
just live off of what we got coming out, and I swear to fucking God, you will know the new direction that we're going to. We'll finally have new shit to post. You guys will have shit to sing along to. Just bear fucking with us. I swear to God, we'll work so hard for you.
And I'm sorry. Let me talk about that for just a minute. It's like a lot of people ask like why the old Spotify songs are still up, or like does it diminish our sound? And like, bro, like I'm just gonna level with you and say that like we're not gonna erase our history because it's inconvenient. Like it sucks a little bit because yeah, we do get passed on things sometimes because we cannot represent what we actually do until June. Like that's just being honest. It sucks a little bit. It does. But at the same time, we're not going to erase our history because it's inconvenient. At the time we did those songs, we couldn't have been prouder than we are now of the EP of the songs that are older. So we're not going to delete those off that bit. But please understand that what we're about to do is far, far different, but hopefully much more magical than what we did before in the sense of being in the emotional space that people refuse to be in.
Listen, if gorillas were trapped in a fucking cage on extreme amounts of testosterone, and then somebody had fucking sirens in the background, like singing while they were fighting, and then fucking idiots banging on instruments, that'd be the new record. And then what you're gonna listen to is probably like old, like, I don't know, it sounds like old Breaking Benjamin. I mean, it's fucking crazy. It doesn't fucking matter. But the best part about it is, like, now that I think about it, like, keeping the old shit on there, like, you'll see the growth. Like, you will see, like, the addition of, like, the new vocalist, the addition of the new drummer, the addition of, like, the new style, the sound, like, everything, like, that we are. And then make your fucking, like, make a comment there. Like, if any comment should be made, it's just how much we've improved.
Absolutely.
I've seen it. I've seen the improvement. I love that you still keep the mental health aspect to it that you had since I've known you guys, since you all started. And to see it keep being there. I mean, your songs are just, I love them because they're angry and they're heartfelt.
I should.
And your bubbliness that you bring in is just awesome. I mean, it's good stuff. I've never hated anything y'all done. Because if I have, trust me, he would hear it first.
Oh, absolutely. And to be honest, like Johnny got no fears. Like we come in here and play the same bad thing 5 times, Johnny going to speak up, and that's really cool. It's like that's not like how to put this. In 2022, when 2 of us wasn't here, Johnny was training us in some subtle way in the future for what we would become, and that's not something that's lost on me.
I will say working with Johnny has made working with other sound guys a little more easier.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, because we can test theories here, like.
Because watching you do all of that is pretty much the same things that most sound guys do.
Yeah.
Sometimes on
On a
You
bigger
go
level,
like
yeah.
Just a different scale, not even
Yeah,
level.
I get it. I get that. I mean,
And
I'm
the-
just small.
And to watch, like, and the coolest thing is like we could have, like I said, we always could have picked a dude who sang the songs, but we picked Austin, who's going to show up and do the emotional thing, and like that's important to me. We picked AJ, who like for better or for worse is going to like he's going to be better at his instrument than I am one day.
I mean,
He's
like,
gonna be better at his instrument than me one day. And I take a lot of pride in being good at guitar. But the thing that I think I found like the most on life, I tried to like take it all in the box, is that like Jawfane has a place for everyone, in the sense of like if you feel a little lost, and I hope the record like relates to that when you get to the other side of it. Like, it's not supposed to be happy and healthy the whole time. Some things are fucked up and really bad for you, and like those things are worth admitting and acknowledging.
I mean, like, shit, like, you're a bastard. I'm an emotional human. It's not my fault. Fuck you if I cry during this because you unlocked it. You're a dick. I mean, like, the first thing is like, when I always talk about, like, how, like, you make this a safe space, like, it takes me forever to get comfortable with somebody. Like, I struggle so badly, and, like, I come up to you like 30 fucking times during your practice. How are we sounding? Like, what do you like? And like, before I couldn't do that.
To you, though.
Yeah, no, and now like, but like before I couldn't do that because I was like, I don't know him well enough. Like, I'm so scared. Like, I can't. Like, and now like I can be like, how are we doing? Like, whatever. Because like you make me like so much more comfortable like in my own skin. And like since I've gotten to like join like now this goes to like you guys like from the bottom of my heart like you guys like gave me a genuine space that like to put things on paper like I could never get out as a child when like bad things kept happening or like as a young adult and I didn't know how to grow and I didn't know how to deal with it. And like now like I get a space where like I know it's okay to be angry, like I know it's okay to I write about the hurt, like I know it's okay for you guys to put your hurt on me. Because, like, you guys make it safe for me to write about those things, and when I play these shows, like, I need you all to know you're not alone. Like, no matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter how light, if somebody deals with something, the same thing every day, or if you never deal with that, or if something struggles to, like, take a fucking shower and just get out of bed, like, or just bad things happen, like, there always will be good days, and there always will be good times. And I believe in you, and like you are so loved. And in those times where we play those shows, it might be so aggressive, and I might throw you guys around and say crazy things to you. Because I fucking do, I'm a fucking ape. But I swear to God, I will also tell you I love you, and I will hold you as tightly as I can, because I wish I was, like, the same was done for me when I was younger. So you will always be safe around us. We are a safe space for all of you.
Absolutely. I'm gonna brag on Austin for a minute. And they're
Sorry about that, guys.
no, you ain't got nothing to fucking apologize for. Nothing to apologize for. We talked about it when he joined. He joined, and then you do the great moral check of your vocalist who screams. Because deathcore vocalists kind of like put us on like the path of no retribution. So I told the guys, so we hang out for like 6 months. And I think it was the Cobra show we headlined with Cleansing. I play, everybody's outside loading out the gear, and Austin's not there because Austin's job is to be at the merch tables. That's where Austin is. Yeah. So everybody's with me, like, we're loading out gear. And I said, you know what's crazy, guys? And they were like, what? And I said, it's crazy that Austin is a good fucking human and wants to be a metal, deathcore, whatever vocalist, you know? And they're like, yeah, I'd say it is, because, you know, at the time there's a lot of that in the news. And I said, it's crazier again that like he's able to do that job. It's not just a want, like you're good at it. Like it's not just like I want a nice car. Like you are a nice car. You know what I mean? And I said then it's rarer still that he's got a moral compass that beats any of ours. Like typically the singer's the first dude to fold. Pretty girl in the front row showed the titties. There it is. We're fucked.
It's all ogre now.
You know, we're all fucked. We know it. We're not the vocalists, so we look around and we can see that crap happen in real time. So to watch Austin choose the moral high ground when he doesn't have to, when no one's watching, when we all know it, it's kind of crazy. But it's Austin. That's what he's going to do.
We love him for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, it's not something that goes unnoticed.
No, I really appreciate you guys.
I won't get so into it, but as someone who did go through a recent mental stint, I've had some time to reflect on like why do I do band stuff? How do I do band stuff? What does it mean to me? And Jawfane, aside from like 3 other specific reasons, is one of my main reasons to get up out of bed and do the things I do, because as all of the bands, music that I've listened to that have helped me through my journey, my experiences, I want to be the guy that also has the word and the ability to tell other people, hey, we feel this too, you're not alone.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just went through a recent thing, and like, please go talk to the right people. It's so important.
Go find, like, and I'll be honest, say start with the homies close to you, because when you have the feelings that lead to the places where you end up where you don't want to be, you don't have the brain able to make good decisions. It's like what I tell dudes is sometimes they'll call and be like, hey, we got to make a big decision, and I'm be like, I'm gonna eat something. Well, why we need to wait on you to eat? Because I don't make good decisions when I'm hungry. Same thing there. I don't make good decisions when I'm sad. I don't make good decisions when I'm angry. Like,
And the thing is like, and like, I mean, one more thing like I'll touch on is like, I stayed around like toxic, angry masculinity. Like, it's all I grew up with like my whole childhood, and like I refuse to let any of the men that like I'm friends with or like I know be like that. Like, I tell you guys I love you guys, I tell you guys you're handsome, like I love you guys so much, and like it is okay to be sad, it is okay to ask for help. You are not any lesser of a human. You are not.
can I tell one? I'm gonna rip Ian McClellan off from Neo Gandalf, but this is where I got it from. One day I call my dad, and I'm like, hey, we talked. And at the end of the conversation, I love you, Dad. And he's like, what? And like, you know, like, we'd never done that shit before. I said, love you, Dad. And he awkwardly says, I love you too. And then I start saying to everyone I know that's a dude that I love.
Yeah.
Like, everyone. And I got it from Ian McClellan. Ian McClellan tells this really awesome story. He says, I know I'm home. He says, I'm privileged. I'm sorry, let me back up. I'm privileged enough to be able to take a flight home from wherever I film my movies. And I'm privileged again to be able to afford a taxi when I get in the car when I finally get to the city I live in, but I only know I'm home when the taxi driver looks back at me and says, where we going, love? Because only where I was home do men tell other men they love each other.
He's right.
I mean, like, one of like the men that's like I do like I have in my family, like one of the very few men like I could say like who's older than me and like I love them, like, you know, happy to have them, is like he always called me something affectionate, one of my uncles, and like it was just softer, and I was like, that's actually really nice, like, oh my god, that's so sweet. And like he always told me he loved me and like gave me like good hugs, and like he was just he's a good human, and like it doesn't matter, and like it one of those things, like, dude, like, tell your homies you fucking love them.
Yeah,
like, if I
always.
lost one of you motherfuckers like tomorrow or tonight, like, I'd be so fucking sad, like, especially when you went through your thing, bro.
Yeah, like, and there are 2 phrases there.
I miss you,
Sorry, there are
man.
3 phrases completely underrated in the human language. I love you, I'm sorry, and no.
Yeah.
Like, they're
And
completely
boundaries, please, guys.
Yeah, like we, even in our world that is, hey, look me in the eye. I'm where's the camera? Look me in the eye. Right? Austin looked at the camera every fucking day some days. Every fucking day we got to do this. And it's not because, like, I'm so gung-ho I want to. No. The duty calls.
You wake
some
up
days.
every day and there is a shovel
real
next to your
talk,
fucking
bro.
bed. Keep digging.
If you want some real shit about how we genuinely feel about this, there are several legal documents explaining why Jawfane is why I'm here today.
But the thing
and
I
also,
think is cool about our band that makes it different from other bands I hear about, like, that, like, you know, like, not to say any other band's bad or ugly or things, but I think it makes us different, and maybe not better, but different, is that, like, we have, like, a line of communication amongst us that, like, most bands don't have, bro. Like, our group chat is damn near therapy some days, and on the other, it's Vent City. Like, we know each other well enough to know when, like, the sentence means the literal, and when the sentence means the figurative.
I mean, especially like there's times like where we're talking and like text messages or like chatting and like things like that can go so fucking askew. And I mean, the way I type, like, I look like an asshole. Like they're all laughing because they know it's true, and I'm just like, I just say things bluntly, and I'm not like trying to be mean. So like, there's sometimes I'm just like, I sound like a fucking dick right now.
Real quick, let me preface before we get back into the funnies. Yes, I am okay. Yes, I am fine. If you want to talk to me about it, we'll gladly talk to anyone about it. But on that note, talk to your friends, talk to your family. I don't care if you see someone sad that you don't know on the side of the corner. Just be like, hey, are you okay?
And not to like dive the past too much, but like it's kind of clever by if there's a God, the grand creator, Austin.
The fucking creator.
If that thing's the thing, then it's kind of clever that the first show we ever played, the big bit was Alone Is Not Together. That was the big hashtag at FishFest 3. Larry Fish, thanks, bro. It was, but that was it. Like, that was the first show we ever played, ever. You know, it was the first thing we ever got offered from the nothingness of the ether. Was
before I joined.
Yeah, before you joined.
I never fucking played Fish Fest.
No, that was before you. But I think, but given where we are and where we started, it's kind of clever that was the first show. Yeah. Like. Because like the more we've gotten, it started with this grand like we're gonna be everything to everyone, and then like if for any metalcore band that's ever tried that except for Sleeping with Sirens, it just doesn't work. So you got to narrow, and then it was like mental health is our thing because it affects us literally across the board, or all five of us. I'm up, Austin's down. We gotta talk about the uncontrollables, like just like that.
Literally, pause real quick. Like Corey and I are the fucking band Crash Outs, and and the worst part about it is like now I've like messaged Corey. I was like, all right, dude. Here's the thing. Like we both feed into each other. So if you're struggling, I'm gonna bring you down. I'm not gonna match your energy. If I'm struggling, you're gonna bring me down. And you're not gonna match my energy because we're like Corey would be like, oh fuck this, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that, yeah, we're not doing that, fuck them, like I'll bite their ass, and we're like now we're just like that doesn't work, that's bad.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work for a lot of reasons that the other three dudes in the band will tell you, and that is that the younger generation and Chase and Austin are pretty close, but like the younger generation know that like being emotional only works if it's your parents.
As a parent.
Yeah, like you could get your parents that way, and Austin may not even have ever got his, not to drag your shit out in the open, but like that may be a thing. So like what we've done now is internalize that bit into songs. Like it's now something I go play a guitar part over.
I mean,
I got beat. I didn't get picked for that festival. I'm gonna go write a sweet guitar.
And I mean, like the best part about it is like the lyrics I write are very fucking literal.
Although, real quick, can we talk about Time real quick? Time
Hunts Us All? Yeah, absolutely.
So
great fucking song.
So what?
One of my favorites.
So Time Hunts Us All is my personal favorite off this EP, and this is one of the songs that we all got to write on, and I did it. I will be the guy that says I am the one that started the theme of the song, and the theme of the song for me was what would a fight look like between your favorite superhero and the embodiment of time. And like if Time was a supervillain, you know? And then also when I was writing that, I was also having the struggle of when your brain just randomly gives you a morality check. You know those times. Mm-hmm. And you're just all like, oh, I'm having a crisis. This is great.
Now, my favorite part of Time is one, back to like to tie off to Austin's story of, you know, the Put Me In Coach. It was 4 Time. That was the song you said that on. So that's one of my favorite parts of that. But 2 is that when Chase and me sat down and like kind of like went to like layer the lyrics, if you will, in the sense of like we had this really fast part and then we had this really slow part, like how to make it make sense. Like we tried to make it so that we were talking to something as opposed to describing something. Yeah. And that was an interesting perspective to take because it's really emotional. It's like, I love you, bro. Feels far different than like, you know, singing on the phone.
Yeah.
Or like describing it, like, you know, I do love you, you know what I mean? Like, it's like to look people in the eyes and say the songs I hope like that kind of resonates a bit. Personally, I enjoyed that Austin got to sing on it because, in my opinion, that all of us, like, you know, you get to sing and scream, Working on You just screams for the Jesse's just screams for the EP. We won't tell them what you did because I owe them a shirt if they figure it out.
Yep.
And then Austin does Austin stuff, but he got to do both. Like Austin came in and said, I really want to sing and to be Austin. Austin needed to work a little harder than he thought he did to get there. But the fact that he's on the EP singing with his full chest, heart out in the open is super cool to me.
The fact that it's good.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
it's awesome,
buddy.
but in my opinion, you work for it, bro. There's almost a year of life between the day we joined the band and the day we recorded with
I
Gordon.
mean, and that was the best part was like I like came in and I was like, I really want to sing. I have no idea how to sing, and like you guys were like, no, you've got a good voice. You just don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Austin, on this note, I will never. One of my favorite moments about making this EP was when Gordon came down to my house and we set up my guest room to be a little voice recording studio. We had like blankets and all kinds of
There was a
random
frozen
shit.
blanket on the wall
It
while
was
we
like an
recorded
Elsa
a
and on a
metal
blanket,
EP.
just staring back at us while we're just screaming the most asinine shit.
Yeah, it was great.
But I won't forget the moment where it was just you, me, and Gordon in the room, and Gordon was telling you, I need you to say it like this. And when you got done and he hit the stop recording button, he was in tears.
He was, dude. And like,
What?
yeah, he was. I don't know if you know that. He doesn't know that. That's one thing Austin doesn't know. Is when the friends and enemies part, the part where you talked, where you're super self-conscious about your talking voice because it's your talking voice. You had Ombre in tears, and I know that you don't know because he walked away out of that session, had to go to the bathroom for a minute, and told me what happened.
Wow.
And I know you don't know that. Like.
Fun fact, guys, I really, like, during practice and stuff, I'll do a lot of freestyling or spoken word, and I love doing spoken word, but I, like, hate the sound of my voice. So we have a song on the EP called Friends and Enemies, and, it was Carry On, and that was the first song I got to actually have on with you guys, and it's with a bunch of other homies, and we recorded it and just made it our song for this EP, and the
To make
verse
it
I
easier
have
to
on
sing
there, what?
So it was to make it easier to sing live.
Yeah, it made it so much easier to sing live, but the verse I have on it is completely freestyled.
And for the record, anybody that listens to the old version of Carry On, it still goes to the charity we said it would when it was. Like, it still does all the things it said it would.
It's still a great song.
Thank you, yeah, and Lauren, Josh, Bobby, Brian, Lou, thank you for all of those participations in that. But no, like, yeah, you really did. And like, we don't tell you those things because you get in your head when we do, and then we have to keep you singing and blah, 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 blah. So I guess we just forgot to remind you.
No, that's okay.
But
Thank you guys. That's
yeah,
really
like
wonderful to hear.
it has a certain emotional impact that like, and like, I mean, I helped write it, so like it has a different effect.
Yeah, like the after, like at like the ending, like verse and like the bridge and everything, the breakdown. Like I love what you guys did. Like I only wrote that verse and I just said you guys do the rest, and you guys did amazing.
So on Friends and
Oh,
Enemies.
we wrote the breakdown together. I remember that. Yeah.
But on Friends and Enemies, there were two specific writing days. One that was all of us, and one that was just me and Corey. And what we spent like 2 hours.
I'll tell you about the day. So what's fun about the day is Friends and Enemies. The whole bit was we're gonna try something. What Austin's positive, the right word?
On that same day, we picked up a little play.
Yeah,
set.
we picked up a little play set for my daughter from Kara Hibdon's old friend of mine. Thank you. It was free. So we come back and then we finish the lyrics, but it was getting at us is like we kind of encompass the day. Like Kara posted this bit over like I'm giving away my 6-year-old's new 3-year-old play set, and I said, yo, I got a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? And I go and grab that stuff, and then we come back, and like it's like it is right. Like it's like those me and her didn't always get along. It's not a thing we always did. So like, it's cool like that you can grow long enough. Like for those who contemplate ending, the period, if you will. Like if you live long enough, it changes and it gets better. So like Friends and Enemies kind of encompasses that on top of like some personal grudges we have against some things.
Yeah, not even that, and like, it more or less it just shows like at the end of the day, like especially like it ties into Time Hunts Us All. Like Time Hunts Us All is the fact that like I know like you like talk about like what it would be like fighting the superhero time.
Well, it's also like my personal fight with morality.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure, and like, I mean, but also like at the end of the day, like no matter what you do, time will hunt you, and like. You will die, like, it doesn't matter, like, and I say it live, and, like, ties in with Friends and Enemies, it doesn't matter what you have on your fucking back, it doesn't matter what you have in your bank account, it doesn't matter what you have in your home, like, it matters what you have in your heart, like, it matters in your actions, and, like, what you do to the people that you know and you love, and, like, the environment that you're in, like, that shit's so important, so, like, when we're performing this, like, Friends and Enemies, like, we only have each other. like, what is the fucking point of constantly fighting each other? Like, we are all going to die at some point. And do you want to live your whole fucking life being angry or just fighting somebody or just not even getting to know somebody because they're a little bit fucking different than you? And that's like absolutely, that's just a fucking insane.
Stupidest
It's
thing
the
in the
most
world.
asinine concept to me. Like, bro, like, if you like animals, how many different fucking kinds of animals are there? Like, the people are just like animals. You know how many different kinds of people you'll meet in your lifetime? Like, there's always something new. There's always something to learn. And, like, you'll learn from the bad and you'll learn from the good. Stay away from the bad and embrace the good. That's all you can do. We are all friends. Like, we are all friends and enemies, but, like, grow to learn each other. Like, learn and love each other. You don't have to get along, but learn somebody at least if you can't love them.
I mean, we're all humans.
Yeah.
I brought this up before in a previous episode that we are all the human race, as they say.
And everybody is a different body.
Everybody is different.
Yeah.
Everybody is a different body. Everybody has a different opinion.
And if-
There's no need to hate somebody.
And if you get hung
because
up
they
on the
don't think-
colors, remember we're all just shades of wheat.
Yeah, we're not the same color. We're all the same color on the inside. Get rid of all the
Makes a
skin, the
sick
muscles,
fucking
and all that.
box.
What are we?
all
We're
bleed
all
red.
skeletons.
All just shades of
We
wheat.
all
dude.
bleed red.
That's the cleanest line I ever heard about it. Was like, is that because like culture's culture? Like Austin grew up in Florida. AJ, you grew up here.
California.
Oh, I see.
See, I
Hey,
did
Jesse.
I grew up here in the heart of Tennessee.
All right, Chase.
I'm a 50-50 between Tennessee and Arizona.
There it is. So
Yeah.
like,
I'm
I've been in Tennessee since I was 5, and I've been in like this part of the world. I hope it's like culture being a thing. Like even across our board of straight white men, like it's like even us is different.
Yeah.
Like no offense, but I had to do it to us. Like, AJ's from the Samoan tribe, and Jesse's actually samurai. I don't know, bro. Like
No.
I'm fucking.
I am AJ's father.
Got spice in our veins.
Yeah. Well, no, all I'm getting at is that
Brown
you,
boy
it
type
can
beat.
it can appear that things are very similar when you look at them in a line 5, but like even amongst us who may appear very similar, we're vastly different. And like to level the playing field and write songs together and like put our hearts on our sleeves and like tell us how it goes and like I'm passionate about this, I want to do that, and then to have a whole other business element above that, like you learn how to like get your point across without being an absolute dick really quickly.
I mean,
and
like,
the other thing you learn fast is that like your art is your art, but it's also you wouldn't be, how did Gordon put it? You wouldn't be in a band if you wanted to do it alone,
Yeah.
right?
That makes a lot of sense. If you wanted to do it alone, do it alone.
Well, that's what he says. Like that's one thing he says. Like a lot of times, especially when we like, I'm not going to go into the specifics of arguments amongst our band about compositions because songwriting is fun in our band, but it is have some friction sometimes.
Oh yeah, of course it does.
yeah.
I'm sure it does with every band in the world. There's going to be.
But you wouldn't want
Disagreements.
to do and have those experiences if you wanted to be in a band.
No.
That's part of it. So like sometimes like Jesse called and be like, I don't like it. That's the end of the sentence, dude. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get
I
on
don't
a
like it.
I'm
fucking
gonna
syllable
pause
more.
and let you know I am not in a fucking band to argue with you dicks.
But like,
I am.
like that's an acceptable thing. He doesn't
My
have to
nuts
explain
itch.
himself. He's a member of the band.
Yeah.
So like, alright, I'm gonna go try something else, and like, hopefully he's more helpful. Like he would like to
Yeah,
make your
come up
partner.
with something different.
Absolutely,
Come
like,
up with- let him do his
you know,
own thing. Yeah.
absolutely. But at the same time, like, he doesn't have to. Man, there's no underlying requirement that says that Jesse has to like anything I put out.
Yeah.
Like, there's no underlying requirement for any of us to do that.
Yeah,
So
but you're
we-
amazing, so I
I love
typically
you,
kind of
Jesse.
do.
You are too. All of us are. Like, there's very little that comes across my desk that I don't know what to do with. Like, I sent you Corey's melody that Jesse wrote. AJ's working problems I can't figure out. You know what I mean? Like, so when I don't know, it just don't die. It doesn't die in the drive, it's dropbacks, drives. But like, it gets passed on. Like, I'm generally the guy that's like, here, I thought this was cool. And now I'm supposed to do something with it. I did something with it. The guys were like, yeah, maybe something different. So now AJ's got a hold of it. And like, that'll get passed around until eventually we'll find the reason why it doesn't work. Like, or we'll find how it works. Like,
I mean, you might not even go into the same thing. You might
Yeah.
just go into a completely different piece.
bingo is
Big
like
old
that's
puzzle.
the fun part. And for the best part is like we're a band of long memory, which is kind of annoying on some days. But Austin, we brought it up earlier, bro. Austin's audition piece may be one of the things we release next.
Listen, listen right fucking now. All right, this is an all ages podcast or a 21 and up podcast.
Say whatever you want.
All right, whatever. I'm one of the horniest men you'll ever fucking meet. I'm the freakiest freak that ever froked it. Doesn't matter. I wrote one of the horniest, most beautiful pieces called "In the Garden" for my audition piece that didn't get to get fucking used for anything. And it's about to be on this goddamn, sorry, Jesus on Easter. Sorry, it's about to be on this fucking EP, okay? Or, no, this album probably, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It is one of the most beautiful pieces of music that you will ever fucking hear. I swear to everything. And these guys wrote it. Like, the instrumental is astronomical. Okay? Like, like, come on, it's fucking dope, dog. Doesn't matter. I love them. I can't wait. I'm gonna fucking sing that shit to y'all so good.
I have a question for all of us, and this also includes you, Johnny.
Oh no, not me.
Because you were also a big part of how this EP was written. So, what has been everyone's, like, what's a favorite moment you have from creating this EP?
Laying on the
Working
floor.
with y'all.
I have mine too. I got two. I can't do one because one's a positive and one's a negative.
Oh shit.
Right? I'm gonna start with the negative. We'll go to positives. So we can be uplifting as we go.
I got my negative one.
Schumann.
That's me.
So
The mind of Schulman.
right.
That's my Instagram
I'm
tag.
gonna walk hands through this. So we get signed. We do all that crap, and then we go to record the record. And it's my job to ensure the tracking is good. And we send over the first set of tracks for bass and guitar. And we get an email, and I will not repeat the 4-letter, 5-letter words in this email. I will not tell you how it made me feel. I will only tell you that I had never read an email that made me feel like I had to play guitar better. Fair?
Yeah.
We got an email.
Growth is growth, baby.
And then that's the one thing I would say from the EP is like I got an email that reminded me that like for all the years I've played the instrument and all the years I've been in a band, that like maybe I'm not a fully formed musician. Like maybe not.
It happens.
Absolutely. If Nate Mendel wrote for the Foo Fighters record on the second one for bass and got told all the snot he got told, maybe I'm not there yet, and that's fair. So like acceptance. The positive one though was when we were doing the vocals, and Austin comes out from doing I think Cataclysm, and the look on everyone. I didn't go in the room at the time. I was in manager mode, which is like I'm gonna make like the spreadsheets and all the nonsense for all the crap. So the boys were in the room doing the thing, and I trusted them to do a good job. But when they walked out, and I realized that it was okay, that this was gonna be okay, that I did one job while my brothers went and did another. I didn't have to like, did you do a good job? You know what I mean? Like. It was nice because all of you were smiling and laughing and having a good time, and all that tells me is that like we're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because only if there's only sad faces are we doing a bad job, right?
Yeah.
So that would be mine. It's just like the overall vibe of recording vocals with like Gordon coming down, with that whole scenario essentially. Like it felt good. It felt like someone cared finally. It was really nice. And then also to watch, like I said, like watch my brothers like go in the room, come to life a bit. Get a little bit of guidance, and then like, hey, I'm gonna mean it now because like I mean I helped write it, so that's a little weird for me, but like at the same time I can't listen to the record without getting emotional.
Yeah. For sure.
So I would say for me, I guess one of the negatives is not.
Let's call it negative. Let's call it the hardest moment. What's the hardest moment and happiest moment?
Well, the hardest moment is when you get told some of the greatest news of your life, that you're getting signed and all this is happening, that's happening, and then everything in your life just turns upside down. And then like those first few months after that, and you're in the thick of it and you're trying your best to be happy about it. That was probably some of the hardest bits that I've had to go throughout this whole process. And also having to struggle of, no, fuck you guys, it goes like this. And then they go, no, fuck you, it goes like this. And then that happens for about 20 minutes. But that's just the love in the process. But I would also say the best moments for me that I got to experience was when Gordon came down. It was also one of the weirdest times because, I mean, he is the guy that's been helping us run the ship with all of these songs. But it's also like, so to me, he's a bit of an authority figure. But it's also really weird when I wake up in the morning and I see this dude doing his morning routine, and I'm just like, hey. He's like, hey. And then an hour later, everybody's in my room, or in my guest room, screaming at the top of their lungs.
I'll jump in and like Asterisk Chase real quick. It's like, yeah, they really came down from North Carolina and really lived with Chase for 3 days and really recorded us over that time period. It was super cool.
And
like,
he ran my ass raw, dude.
Yeah, like, I got there at 11 a.m. the second day. You remember Austin? We got there the second day and Damaged Goods was done. Remember, Chase was done. Like, he was already done with all his parts. Like,
it was nuts.
I don't know what happened that particular Saturday morning because it was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know what happened that Saturday morning, but when we walked in, when we left Friday night, Damaged Goods wasn't even started. When we got done, it was done at 11 a.m. Like, so yeah, we worked hard, man. And it's the thing is like, as much as like people might want to say things like we signed to a label and we got help, yeah, big time, big help, absolutely. But at the same time, the DIY spirit ain't died.
Yeah.
Still got to get up there
I
and say
still
like,
make all the merch. I do most of the photography.
I still record all the baseline start tracks, and we still build all the managements in house. The only thing we have is him. And Gordon's great at helping, but he's not gonna manage. Just ask him.
Yeah.
Jesse, you're up, bud. What's your hardest memory of recording the record, and what's your happiest?
Playing on the floor for every session was my favorite memory.
Sleep more than anybody.
The hardest? Well, it's been
1 week since you looked at me.
So he's dead.
Wow. Full.
I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Okay,
chat live. Austin's got to get moving. He's got things to do. He's got a long drive ahead of him from the location we're at. Love Austin.
Bye, fuckers.
We love Austin so much.
I love you guys so much, Johnny.
He's got a big heart.
I love you so much.
You give me such a fucking cardiac erection. God damn, I love you, you beautiful fucking cunt.
Yeah, you probably hate.
Alright, but no, on a real note, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so
camera.
much.
What'd you say?
Say it to the camera.
My camera?
Say it to the camera.
Right there.
I love you. Thank you.
We love you.
These for the road. Actually, let me double barrel.
Boom.
Alright, no, catch the EP and also pre-save and go peep.
Go tell your
Cataclysm
friends.
coming out April 23rd, this fucking Wednesday. Here's the thing, you're gonna be praying all day Sunday, and I know you're gonna be pretty pissed off by Wednesday, so fuck them up while you can, baby. Be easy and come out to Shuttle Mania. Let me RKO you little fucking people's elbow. Be safe.
Love you, buddy. Be safe.
Alright, love you guys.
Be safe, buddy.
Love you, man.
Be safe.
Love you, brother.
Have a good night, brother.
Be safe. Let's say when you get home.
Oh, dudes, where's my get your keys?
I don't know, bro.
You got everything?
This one?
Going nowhere without them.
Thank you very much. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't like this game. You guys keep talking to people. I'm gonna crouch.
But yeah, like the alright, so
The hardest.
hardest and so the happiest was the sleeping on the floor. What's the hardest?
Definitely. Blessing the studio with good energy. The hardest has been
Texas when you get home.
has been trying to wrap my head around being a musician, like for real. No, really. It was interesting to see behind the curtain and get accustomed to what it's actually like to do this. And not just that, but in the studio too. It's love you, bye. It's really hard to reach into the soul sometimes and like get the part out that doesn't just satisfy you guys, but satisfies me. And to get accustomed to everything and balance it with life, that has been the hardest thing. But I really love, like, I guess the romanticized idea of a double life and being able to balance it. Because, you see that, like, who's the most popular superhero in the world? It's Spider-Man. The most popular double life story ever.
Yeah.
He's balancing everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's an accomplishment to, like, balance that and make it work. Even though I'm absolutely sure that, like, every major musician has, like, had a deficit in balance, and it's kind of probably resulted in the great art that has been provided to us over the years. And I look forward to taking that struggle and putting it into music somehow.
Well, absolutely. AJ, what was your favorite part of making the record?
Favorite? Probably sitting in the studio and struggling, not gonna lie. Like, loving just the... Run that back one more time. I gotta hear it again. Like, there's something there. Plenty of those times. Those are really good. The hardest... the first show at Mayhem House.
Dude,
That was
your
sick.
first
Pretty
show,
hard.
You got so
I'm
lucky.
so
And
fucking jealous.
I got really lucky.
And I actually, real quick, I'll let you finish, but I have
Thanks,
the
Kanye.
best. Shut up. All right, Taylor.
Uh,
But I have the best first show story with AJ.
yeah.
So we're all hanging out. We've been there for a few hours, and two of the bands have already played, and the third band before us is already on stage playing, and everybody played really well that night. But it came down to, all right, now it's time to stretch, do the little vocal warm-ups, and I'm looking for AJ because I'm in the little green room area, and I see him outside hanging out with his little lady, and I'm like, hey, buddy, it's time to do the job part of
Yeah.
being a rock star now.
Yeah.
And he looks at me, he's like, what?
Well, the craziest part about getting 2 new members in a year, for a band that's been around for 3 years, is watching one guy go through it one way and another guy go through it another. Austin's first show, now that he's not here, we'll talk about him a bit. Austin's first show, we're going to do sound check, and I hand him the microphone. I want y'all to think about how unlikely that thing is if your guitar player handing you a microphone at your first show, right? And he said, what am I supposed to do? I thought that was cute. I said, stand here, look pretty, till someone yelling at me.
Yeah.
That's what I told him, because he was floored. Like, he was clueless, because it was like being the vocalist, like, you don't have your hands on anything, you have to put your gear together. He's like, what am I supposed to do while you're doing cables? Look pretty. AJ over here forgets he's got to put the whole damn drum set together.
I shit you not. Like, there was so much
goated.
going through my head.
Goated.
I went down there, and I was like, whose fucking rack is this? Like, whose stand is this? I'm like, where's my other stand? And then I realized I needed all of them. And I'm like, they're all my stands. I'm just tweaking. Sorry. Like, I really couldn't figure it out. And then, like, as we ended the last, like, note, like, bro, I shit you not, I felt like I was gonna pass out. I was like,
Every
just the
first show
nerves
is
of
like
it
that.
all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every first
Yeah,
show.
and
is like
I'm
that.
It hit like a freight train.
I'm like 24 years removed from my first show. So like, I forget what it's like. The only thing I know is that if you feel like you're not in the way, you'll feel better. So I'm not gonna bother him until like it comes time to count the sticks.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna bother him. AJ knows how a drum set goes, yeah, and if he don't, we're really fucked.
Yeah.
So like just let him. But like it's been like, I don't know how to put this, but when I was really young, like, you know, before this band, I was in a touring national band, and we had drummer tryouts for a guy that quit, and we picked the youngest dude. We picked a dude with no experience and no bit, and when we go to do the part where we have to explain that nonsense to the label I was signed at the time, I was like, brother, I could fucking line up with somebody who's jaded like me. I'm jaded. It's hard to get up in the morning and do this crap some days because I've done it for so long. Alright, or we can find some dude who's younger than me, got a couple quirks, maybe he's not so sweet on the click, got a weak kid, you know, something like that, but he loves being here. So now when I go to practice, I get to look somebody in the eye who loves being here. And that's important. Because like when you do this for a long time, the reason bands don't last, guys, if you ever wonder, Jawfane been here 4 years while bands last, is because you have to choose it, And when you choose someone who's excited to be in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't spend your money on dumb shit.
You don't spend your money.
Don't
Don't buy too much merch. Don't buy too much merch. Don't. Is it a jingle now?
No, it's not. I mess up every single time.
Right. That would be the thing I would take away most from the first 2 years is we bought like I don't know, like what $2,000 worth of merch with like no idea on how we would sell it, and then
we even had my mom make some stuff for us.
Real talk. We'll talk bad about us for a minute, I guess. Chase, we did that first merch run at $12.50.
Yeah.
We didn't sell them all out to Austin doing that.
Yep.
So that means that you guys aren't buying enough Jawfane t-shirts.
No, it means we bought too many. That's all.
No, it means that these people, I love you all, need more Jawfane
You are
t-shirts.
all in need of dire need of some Jawfane shirts.
But,
So have you ever considered of wearing something while you're outside to kind of protect you from the elements? Well, that thing's called a shirt, and we have a few that would definitely look great on you.
Hey, Chase.
And they're on sale just for you at our merch table.
Describe the record in one word.
That's a good word.
I would say for me personally, and the things I've experienced, heartfelt.
Great.
All right, Jesse. Word.
That's right. I stole your word.
Turbulent.
Turbulent.
Yeah, I say turbulent.
Oh, wait, for the record, real quick on that note, is one of the things that like we didn't know we were gonna have. I would say we didn't know it. We knew we would have to fill out some stuff for the PR for the label. I did not know it would be a 41 line item.
buddy.
Wow.
Jesse filled out probably 80% of it.
You're welcome. Every single one of you underachieving motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude, bro, like we sent it off and they
Thank
like
you
gave
so
me
much.
straight hell for it. And I said, all right, bet. And they were like, we like these. And I was like, all them's just yo problem now. Like,
I was so mad.
well, like, homie, like that's how I
Why do
felt.
you have critiques? It's like, I just created a masterpiece. Please.
One word, AJ. What's one word to describe the record?
Punchy, for sure.
I like.
Playing it has a lot of like you can feel the energy in it.
It's like
I
a
like
ball
dark.
sack straight to the left side of the cheek, man.
I like dark. The whole record contains a certain amount of the shit I don't find unless I go look for it in the creative sense. And what I mean by that is like it's darker than most things you would find in the mainstream world, but it does have like what I would call a mainstream like approach. Like we do choruses, you know what I mean? There are verses, but at the same time, like Tom Hunts Us All is like 4 or 5 different bridges at the end with a lot of different vocals. Like I think the subject matter we chose was much darker than we thought when we got started. And now that it's all like born and done and it's a tree I can go pick, you know, like a fruit from essentially. I think that was it's much more haunting than I thought we realized. Like, looking back at that time period, that spot in our lives is much darker than we may give ourselves credit for. Like compared to other things, like I won't dog Jesse's crap, but and then there's other things like Chase's more recent bit, but like that part of our lives, for all of the non-dramatic like milestones I could put in that 6-month period we really wrote the record, it was like not a happy time. Like Austin joining was awesome, getting signed was great, but like at the same time we looked at what we now know to be the music industry, and like bro, like it isn't fun. And like half the reason we do this is because it's fun. That makes me sound weak, I'm sure. But at the same time, like we've kind of like sucked it up in the sense that we're going to keep going anyway.
Whether you tell us we suck, whether you tell us we're awesome,
we're
we're
just
still
keep
gonna
making
be here.
music. We're just gonna keep making music.
Persevere.
Absolutely.
I'm
Like
gonna just keep doing
that.
it until the wheels fall off.
We're gonna be that one hair.
Until the wheels fall off.
Tell them wheels.
They don't know.
Back to Shadow Mania here in just a few days. I sent Cody Bloom a message. I'm hoping I'm saying your last name right, brother. But I sent him a message and I said, you know, thanks for putting on Shadow Mania Sound of Lifer, because like regardless of what other people do, I'm still gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, and that's something like you have to accept is like in your local area, you don't get to pick the people who go and make other bands. You
No.
don't get to pick those folks. And you don't get to pick the people who choose to be promoters, who run venues, and get degrees and ASCAP, and and their music royalties. You don't get to pick these people. You just get to accept that you're a part of something bigger than yourself, and that hopefully at the end of the day, you're either immortal, because legacy rights to songs, or like you got to actually make your art impactful, like in the sense of like you got to do some cool things. Like I want to play Coachella. You know what I mean? Right, like I want to do that. I want to do cool things. Like
us being in Jawfane got us to Chicago.
yeah, like it's like when I write our and I don't mind
So
talking
fun.
about it. Anybody talk to me on the phone knows how I am. Our EPK reads from Chicago to Atlanta. It reads from east to west, not very far. But like at the same time, like our band has gotten me to do some rather interesting things. I've met some of the coolest people. Think about it, Chase. You wouldn't know who Brandon Young was.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know who Gavin is. You wouldn't really know Casey neither that well.
I knew Casey.
That's fair. I mean, you knew him before, but like those kinds of people. Yeah, it's fair. But like those kinds of people, like I wouldn't know. Like music kind of brought me to a place where like most of my friends are in it, and instead of like being like, oh, they got something I didn't. I'm like, bro, that's fucking awesome. You won.
Yeah.
It's nice to see other people win because that gives me the hope that I can.
Yeah.
That I can win. Like, I would rather see 6 homies go when there's only 7 slots and I go last than to not go at all.
Yeah.
Like, it
On
is what
that
it is.
note, I gotta say, I've seen that happen. I've watched it happen with you guys, seen it happen with what I do, and that positive note is what keeps me going. I don't care whatever happens in my life, as long as I got bands that want to be here, want to be a part of this, want to come in and do a show and an interview, I'm going to let them do it. Anybody that wants to learn music, I can't teach you music, but I will watch you grow if you want to come in here and record it. To see you guys grow as I have, you asked something about what was the worst about the album and the best about the album. And you said I was included, so my answer, the worst was to see the disappearance of people, because it scared me. I was like,
Scared
what the fuck?
us, dude.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it, my favorite homie band that loves me as much as I love them is falling apart, and I can't put it together.
Like, can I put it like this?
But-
Is that...
No, but I understand why it happened. I get it. And to see it grow and turn into what it's turned into has been amazing. And know y'all are signed, know y'all got big things coming. I'm looking so forward to seeing it happen. And if y'all ever come back here again after hitting Famous, wonderful.
we'll be here a lot.
Wonderful.
Most definitely.
And if you decide to say, fuck Johnny, he did good for us.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Only
Y'all
with
did a
only
lot
with a
for me.
wink and a smile.
Absolutely not.
Hey,
No, can I tell you how
wink
fun...
and a smile anytime you want, Jesse.
One of my favorite I'll pass it on stories is from Killswitch Engage. So they did Until Daylight Dies or whatever that record is.
Yeah.
We all know. Yeah, that right. They did that record. They did the record after it that no one in this room will be able to name.
It's so good though. But I know what
You're right. No one will be able to name it. And the record after that, they recorded in their grandmother's basement. The lead rhythm guitar mother's grandmother's basement because they had to get back to the roots. And guess what? Right? It goes down like that. It goes down like that.
Yeah.
Like, we will eventually go and find and figure out why it is that people don't have Facebooks once they get so far along. Why it is that, like, they don't say things anymore about their actual opinions. They just go along with their work week.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Because one of the things we figured out along the way is that, like, bro, we don't know best. Sucks.
Who does?
I am the oldest by 9 years. Don't know best.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I'm older than all of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't know best.
Don't know best.
So, like, accepting that someone else is going to walk in that door and they're going to be like, I know best. And they are. It's hard. But we're learning. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do it perfect, but one thing we are gonna do is we're gonna do it our fucking way.
Yeah.
We are. That's
the
what
way
we are
to
gonna
do
do. Because when we went to do the negotiations, the guys asked, "What are we protecting?" Like, they didn't ask it like that. That's philosophical.
Yeah.
But like they asked it in like, what do they want to take? What is it they want? What is it we're losing in the contract? You know, because everybody's heard the scary record deal thing. You know what I mean? We protect the creative circle.
Yeah.
Jesse, get me on an editorial for a Spotify playlist. I'll wait. Right. Chase, go book me at a festival above the pay grade we already do.
Trying.
I'll wait.
I'm
Right.
trying.
Right. I could do this all day. Right. They help with those things. We have to trust that they do. All right. What we can do is control the creative space of the songs and the compositions we write, and that is what we worry about. So to put it real simple, is we worry about the music and everything else worry about self.
That's the way to be.
Like that's it. Like that's where we're at.
Oh, also, while we have this opportunity and I'm thinking about it, if anyone knows anybody that is the booking people for Bonnaroo Indoor Coachella, I know it's an invite only, but like,
They would be great in one of those small stages.
Hey, we have no
Either
problem playing at 11 in the morning. At least 12 people will be there.
And
we
then
promise.
We'll lock the fuck out of those 12
Hey,
people.
you saw what Knock
We will.
Loose did. All right, we can do it. All right, we're cool. We're hip. Bonnaroo's not that far away. Coachella's a little far, but we'll make it work.
Maybe by then, you could be up there. That would be awesome. I would travel down. I would drive y'all down there if that happened. I would be the driver for you guys.
Wow.
On that note, thanks y'all for watching. This has been one hell of a great episode. Keep an eye on your mental health. If you ever need someone to talk to, we are all here. You can find all of us on social media. Just send us a message, and we will be there for you. We'll stop what we're doing, and we will tell you what we can and help you the best we can. And if we can't stop what we're doing, we will tell you we can't stop right now, but we'll be right there as soon as we can. Because life likes you sometimes, and it sucks, and you always need someone to talk to. Trust me, I'm the one guy that talks to nobody. You can ask anybody that knows me, especially my kids. I got to figure it out half the time on my own because I don't know how to talk to people. But when I do, I still eventually talk to people about it. This guy knows.
Yeah.
I've talked to him about shit before. This guy knows. He knows. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Like Austin said, it's not hard. We're all human.
The right people are there.
They're always there.
To hear you, to see you.
And if you don't see them and you don't think they're
love
there,
you.
trust me, you can find them. It's not always in your circle. It might be outside your circle.
And even though we may not be medical professionals, but we will still listen. We will still give you the best advice that we know to be true. And just remember, even if we can't hug you physically, it is there. It is always there for you.
Tomorrow will only be better with you here.
Hugs and shit.
Thank you guys
Let
for
us
being a part
hold.
of this.
Your
Thank you.
hands,
Love you,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Thank
Love
you
you, Johnny.
for having us.
Yeah. No, thank you guys. I mean, you guys help make this what it is. Because without you guys, I wouldn't know what I know music-wise. I wouldn't know how to do what I do without you guys. You guys
Likewise,
have done
Johnny.
A lot.
Real quick, one cool thing that I do love every time we come to HGS is more names keep getting added to the list.
Thank you so much.
And it gets harder and harder to find ours.
That's good. You
got
love to
one
see it.
over there
There's
that
one
ain't
right
spelled
here,
right.
Jawfane.
There was another one somewhere.
It's like over there somewhere.
Yeah, at some point we need each of y'all. I don't think Austin or AJ have signed the wall yet.
I think we
Austin-
did at one point.
I think Austin
Maybe.
has.
the wall? I think so.
I know Austin.
I know I had to go over mine. That's not.
We'll do it again.
Well, on that note, we're going to say goodbye, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. The performance episode is not going to be in the week. We're going to hold that off until the EP comes out. It'll be sometime in June, probably near the end, I think. And it'll be either on the day the EP comes out or the day after, depending on what these guys tell me.
Absolutely.
I have never done
it
that
up with us,
before.
guys.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, I would be like, no, it's coming out Wednesday, but these guys asked.
The
and I
only
said,
hint I will give is that it'll come out on an even number.
Oh yeah,
I know.
I like that.
Wow,
That is a good hint.
Even
That is a good hint.
number, even number.
Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all once again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you,
having
guys.
us.
Thank you.
No problem.
Much
love,
love,
Johnny.
everybody.